Welcome to the wax kit. So I created this kit really for you at home to just explore using different waxes. I, as a jewellery designer, very much kind of create by exploring and using different techniques and trying lots of things that potentially don't work or potentially do work. So it's really about exploring techniques of your own. A few things I just wanted to say before we get started. Thank you to Yala Coffee for providing the coffee. They're based in Cornwall and it's amazing coffee, it's my favourite. So I hope you enjoy that. And also to Cut by Beam for making these little stamps with me for you guys to use in the kit. So I hope you enjoy using them too. A little safety tip, please use this green tape whenever you're using, the standing knife mainly. I've cut myself so many times, it's not very fun. So use the green tape, it will protect your fingers and keep you safe. Then also, another quick thing before we get started is there's a slip of paper that just explains about returns. It's pretty simple. If you've got the whole kit, which is what I've got on the table here, then there's a prepaid envelope in the box. So all you have to do is wrap your pieces up, if you could, in tissue paper or kitchen towel. It just protects them in the post. And individually, if you've got more than one piece, pop them in here, maybe one in the bag, one out, or if you've just got one in the bag. Close it up, make sure it's properly closed so they don't fall out. Pop it in the envelope and post it back to me. As soon as I receive it, I'll weigh the piece and then depending what metal you want, so brass, silver or gold, we'll see how much it will cost. Just bear in mind when you're creating a piece, the lighter it is, the cheaper it will be. Obviously it's the weight of the metal, so something to bear in mind when you're making. But yeah, I think that's about it. I mean, this kit was really created just I don't know, I kind of envisioned slow weekends, having a coffee, maybe designing a bit of whatever maybe research a bit and design a bit, do some drawings, dip in and out of the kit. I've also included this travel journal, which includes travel tips from California to Portugal, to Sri Lanka, Italy, a few places that I've been and travelled, and I hope you enjoy that. So maybe a bit of inspiration in there for you. And then, have a coffee, slow down for your weekend and enjoy. And hopefully by the end of the weekend you'll have something you love. But even if you don't get anything cast, hopefully you've enjoyed the process. Right, so let's get started. If you've got the full kit, this will pretty much be what you have here. Some of you might have just ordered the wax or the tools, but this will obviously cover everything, covers all the kits. So first of all, I'll start with this pink wax. This is really soft and it's really lovely and malleable. So earlier I just left it on this table, it was really sunny, and it just heated it up a little bit, and that allowed me to use the stamp. And all I did was I put a little bit of olive oil on here because it just makes sure that the stamp doesn't get stuck to the wax. And when this was a little bit warm, a little bit soft, I just literally pushed in. And I'm not sure if you'll be able to see it from the camera angle, but I've got a really, really clear stamp that basically looks exactly like this. It's really beautiful, and the casting picks out a lot of detail. So, which is always really interesting. So that would come out really, really nicely in your chosen metal. So what I do then is I then cut out around the stamp. I mean, you could do a circle, or you could, do whatever, be creative with it. So this pink wax is super malleable. You can twist, you can bend, you can cut strips and make rings. It's really, I actually love using this because it's so versatile, and you can really be creative with it. You can push textures into it, so you know, if you go out for a walk on the beach or in the woods and pick up some bark or shells or fossils, push them in, it picks up so much detail. So, but yeah, do maybe just warm it up a little bit. I mean, you'll be able to feel it when you have it in your hands, how soft it is. But yeah, great wax, love the pink wax. Next up, let's go for these guys. So these are little, in fact, they've been sitting in the sun and they're even a little stuck to the table. So these are really fun little bits of kind of wire wax. Again, thinner ones are really super bendy. So again, you can do so many things with these. You can twist, you can turn them around each other, make rings, earrings, just be creative with it. I mean, the bigger ones you could even probably put some texture on there or cut out the little circles and stick it on some pink wax. I mean, yeah, just really fun to play around with these guys. So yeah, that's really fun. Moving on to, it's running away from me. Moving on to these guys. So these are both harder waxes. So I've cut, this one's circular for a pendant, although you could carve it to whatever you want. You've got to think, which yeah, I probably should have said to start with, what you create out of the wax will then be exactly how your piece will look, but obviously not the blue. It will be in the metal that you've chosen. So yeah, it's a really fun process. So you've got to think, the metal comes in the top, the wax drains away, and what you're left with is your piece in metal. So yeah, anything you carve or melt or whatever you do with your wax will come out exactly as you see it, basically. So make sure you've actually already pre-wound this so it kind of fits my thumb. So pop this on, wrap it around your finger. You'll have to just unwrap yours and put it on. And I put it on this thumb because, as you can see, I kind of carve towards this thumb, so it's the most in danger. But all you do is you literally, if you want to carve, you just literally take away pieces like that. I find it super helpful to, let's say I'm making this ring. So this ring is on my website, and I've etched in the top. So this ring, you can see that it's like pretty thin on top. So I'd take all the top off first. So I'd first of all just make sure I got that really low. It's also quite like narrow, so I'd take in loads, take off loads from the sides, like working like this. If you're ever unsure of the shape of your ring or pendant, just grab this yellow sandpaper and this kind of shapes it as well, and it makes the shape suddenly become really clear. So keep back and forth between the knife and this to make sure you get a clear kind of idea of what your piece is looking like. I've given you lots of options of sandpaper. 80 is the most coarse, so the lowest number is the most coarse, and then it goes to the really fine one of 1000. If you want a really smooth finish, I suggest you work your way through all the sandpapers to get that like really smooth finish. So yeah, that's pretty much these guys. I've given you this tool as well. This allows you to etch into things, so you can literally draw whatever you want with this. So it's quite a nice thing to do. You could draw all around the ring, or you could even etch into some of these to create a lovely shape. So yeah, really, really good tool there. The pendant is basically the same as the ring, although, you know, carving is, you can definitely do it, it's a really great method, but also think melting the wax, can then push things into it. There's loads of different, just be creative with it and see what comes out. So yeah, I think that's about everything with the how-tos of using the waxes. If you have any questions, just shoot me an email. Be happy to help you along. So yeah, just enjoy the process, take your time, and hopefully you come out with something you really love.